Hey guys, how you doing? Steve Roger Phillips, Warrior Peace here, and I'm here with Emma, my beautiful wife. And so we're just going to be sharing with you today about manifestation, dreams, and desires, and how you can help to manifest those into your life. But first of all, Emma wants to share, because I'm really looking forward to Manifest Your Destiny, which is coming up next week, Saturday, the 20th of October, 2018. And so Emma's going to be one of the guest speakers, or one of the star speakers, if you like. And she's going to be sharing, well, I'll leave her tell you what she's going to be sharing. And also she's going to be sharing now with you a little story about manifestation and how she manifested something special in her life.
Hi everyone. I am really looking forward to the event. Manifestation is such an important part of everyone's lives. I think if we don't have dreams, what's the point? Manifest Your Destiny, which is on the 20th of October, is an event which covers all aspects of manifestation. And my part in it is looking at the nutrition and ecstatic food side of it. So my journey back in 2006, prior to 2006, was naturopathic nutrition, and then I went on a raw food retreat in 2007. And basically during that retreat I learned how powerful raw food, wild food is, ecstatic food, raw chocolate, and was privileged to spend a week with David Wolfe, who taught me about the power of attraction through using things like the cacao bean, very powerful superfoods. I won't share too much, but on the event there'll be food available where you can try some of these recipes, but also sharing really the core of what it is to align with your potential through your diet. Because if our cells are blocked or darkened in a way through diet, if we're eating processed foods, we're dehydrated, etc., our body isn't open to receiving. So we could have in our minds and in our life things that we want to manifest, but actually it's very difficult to attract if your body's in a state of low energy. So my part of it is raising your vibration through food, and using food really as energetics, really using the energetics of the food, which looks at the vibrational qualities, not just the nutritional quality. And I think when you open up that side of eating, it's so powerful and so quick. Actually, any raw foodist will say when you start to incorporate more raw food and live food, your attraction becomes so powerful in terms of what we attract, good and bad. So whatever we put our mind to, we can attract towards us something that's really amazing, or something that's really going to spin us out in a negative sort of spiral. And that's your stuff, Steve, isn't it, in terms of getting the mind clear, etc. So when after the David Wolfe retreat, which is 2007, I came out of that retreat with a whole different outlook on nutrition, which I started to share with people. And it really changed my life from a point of view of, I started to get really clear of what I wanted. And actually at that point I was given a bag of Vegeta by someone in the street. And the bag of Vegeta then sat on my shelf for a while. And then 2 years later, someone came on my course who became a good friend, Diana Marita, and she gave me another bag of Vegeta. And eventually I had 3 bags of Vegetas in my house, which is part of the story. And then actually I won a ticket to get to go see Tony Robbins, which was in 2013. And prior to that, a couple of people had sort of said, oh, it's your destiny to get married and have 2 children within 2 years. And I was like, I don't think that is actually. I'd given up on marriage and having children. I was hitting 40. And so when I went on Tony Robbins, I was even though I'd won the ticket, it was actually free. I was skeptical. And the message I want to say with that is sometimes we're not in line with our destiny because we're actually full of fear, or we're afraid to take that step. And so if you've got doubt, the biggest doubts you have are usually the things that we need to do, So if we're with Tony Robbins, for example, he's an amazing person. It was such a powerful experience. And when I was there, it was just so amazing. Prior to that, the week before, it was like, should I go? The ticket was free. The tickets are normally, £800 plus. And I was still doubting because I kind of knew on a subconscious level my life was going to change dramatically. So when I was there, we did a timeline, which was to look at what we wanted in the next 2 years. And on a deeper level, subconscious level, in the meditation, I did want marriage and children, even though I was telling myself and the world that, you know, it wasn't going to happen. So I think when you set your meditations, and this is the message again through our work on Manifest Your Destiny, part of you doesn't, you don't have to completely believe the full experience, because part of me was doubting it. But what was really interesting was I set the intention, and then I came out of the Tony Robbins event really enlivened, really energetic, but also in a place where I was able to let go and see what is in store for me. It was like having a clean slate sort of thing, Steve. And then basically 3 days later, I got an email from Steve, who was a practicing monk at the time. So, of course, the story, the Bhagavad Gita, you know, learning about Krishna consciousness in my energy field, the books were in my house many years before. Given that message, I was starting to hang out with devotees prior to meeting Steve. And eventually, when Steve emailed, I didn't actually know him at all, but the email was so simple, but I knew that was part of my destiny. There was something about that email that was part of my destiny. So eventually, when we did meet, which was in my practice, actually, consultation, I felt this is part of my destiny, but I didn't actually know what the outcome would be, but I knew that I was in line with my destiny. It felt right, the connection was there. Of course, Steve was a monk at the time, so of course marriage and children would have been out of the question, but the universe and Steve and me, we worked together and God, of course, in order to bring the alignment together. And literally, you know, 3 months from the point of meeting, we were discussing marriage. 6 months on, we got married. A year on, we had our first child. Within 2 years, we had our children and a happy marriage, etc. So it's sort of powerful, really, in terms of when you do these meditations, when you clear the body. The journey that I had was, you know, the raw food, and then visualizing the future. Of course, you don't have to completely believe it, but it did actually come true. I don't know if that was too long, Steve. Sorry.
No, it's good. Yeah, thanks a lot for sharing now. Yeah, it's amazing what can happen. And I think a key element, if I'm right in saying that now, was when you said almost got to the point of letting go. Because you're saying like the disbelief or the doubt. And that's almost like saying, well, you know, I can take it or leave it and let it go, because sometimes we can be too attached. This is something I'm going to be covering as well. Sometimes we can be too attached to the result, and we can be so attached that we're actually pushing the thing away. Like anyone that's been or out of a relationship, it's just like we got a neon sign saying, you know, I'm single type of thing, you know, or I'm desperate, or I'm searching. But then as soon as you let that go, and you think, oh well, because I got to that point as well. I mean, I was a blinking monk. I was living as a celibate monk. So the other side of that story was I was living as a celibate monk. I'd always had a desire to have a family and have a lovely wife. But prior to that, I'd had somebody that had said, a professional in London, that had said that I was infertile. So I'd totally given up on the relationship thing. And so I think that, because before I'd been really desiring to have, like, you know, the perfect relationship in inverted commas, right? Because we've all got struggles and challenges, right? But so I was looking for that, and I was looking for it so much that I think I was pushing it away. And then when I spent some time in the temple and stuff, and when I met Emma, she just shook my world up totally, because it was just I was amazed, and I had lots of mixed things, because I was a celibate monk at the time, you know, and then of course, yeah, Emma changed that. That's for sure. So yeah. So anyway, the reason why we wanted to jump on is to say we're really looking forward to Manifest Your Destiny and what's possible. You know, I was joking at the start when I said she's manifested something special, but but you know, we're really happy, and not to say we don't have challenges and we don't have things, but we work on it, you know. So this is what Manifest Your Destiny is about. It's about working on our dreams and our ambitions and our desires. And sometimes, we will be putting timelines on it, and goal setting wise, it is really important to put timelines on things. And sometimes they come in within those timelines, and sometimes they don't. And some other people won't agree when I say this, but this is my version of it, is that things happen in divine timing. We have the desire, and then let go and let God. That's a lovely saying, you know. So but we will be working on it. We'll be showing our desires. We'll be saying, look, this is our desires. You know, please help us to manifest them, and then helping to let them go as well. Letting them go with some powerful mantras as well. From Alison's going to be doing some mantras, ancient mantras for manifestation, and then we got 3 other guest speakers. Then we got a Hay House author, even we got Zena Cooper coming. We got Federico, Naturally Fed, and he's going to be saying how he manifests. He's amazing at manifestation, Fed is. How he manifested his kombucha company, but also his Ego Retreat Centre. And then we've got Tina, the Human on Wheels, and she's just a phenomenal person. She's got an amazing story of how she's manifesting her destiny now as well. So, anything else you want to think about what you're going to be covering, Em?
Just book your place, you know, don't miss out. We've
Yeah.
got some great people already who joined us. Still got some space. Come and join us. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, like Emma was saying as well, it's about £800 for a Tony Robbins ticket. So this is like £59. So it's like it's a totally different price point. But we've learned from experts like that. I've also just been alongside people like Brian Tracy, Joe Vitale, and all those experts that have been doing this stuff for many years. So we've learned from many experts in the field. Now we want to share it with you. So we want everybody to be living their dreams as well. Let me just have a look at the comments to see. Hey Kevsy, how you doing? Gareth, good to see you. Rob, I see you. Ellie, thanks for the love heart. Thanks for all the likes and loves, guys. Keep them coming. And Geraint, Shwine, looking good both. Thanks a lot, Geraint. Okay, guys, any questions or comments, put them through and I'll answer them afterwards. And I'll also put a link to the... I'll also put a link to the event in the comment section. So if you want to come, click the link now. Or if you're watching this on repeat, or when I've put it in there, or just look for Manifest Your Destiny, 20th of October 2018, Cardiff. Thanks a lot, Em.
Okay.
Okay, so Hare Krishna, Namaste, see you later. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.